Good morning and welcome back to the Pathways to Parenting Family Podcast with Julie Johnson. I hope you enjoyed yesterday's meditations led by Peter, the body scan supporting sleep and the breathing space giving a moment's pause in the day to check back in with yourself and ask that question, what do I need right now? These are still available on the website www.COFIGHT-19.com. Today and tomorrow we turn our attention to the world of teenagers, which, as we all know, is a roller coaster time of life, when we go through immense change and challenge. 1 minute life is great, the next it's the end of the world. And then, as if that wasn't bad enough, along came COVID-19. Adolescence is a time of loss and change as children move from childhood into the world of adolescence, forging forward into adulthood. Many have mixed emotions at this time. In my workshops with young children, I hear many different thoughts and feelings, ranging from I can't wait for my first snog to I am sad, I don't want to grow up, I like being a kid. Recently, a young boy of 11 shared poignantly his feelings of anger, of how he felt he's been given no choice in this. I don't have an option, do I, Julie? It's happening. Within a week of this session came lockdown. Along with that, school closures, many milestones and rites of passage which teens would normally experience during the summer months have been abandoned at very short notice. All the hard work that they put into the GCSEs and A-levels, the celebrations, planning, proms, birthdays and festivals, all gone in a moment. Or if they're lucky, these events will only be postponed. Thank goodness, I hear several parents explaining. But for those young people, this all results in a sense of loss, sadness, pointlessness maybe, frustration, even anger for many. Those events once missed can never really be experienced, though I'm sure many schools and families and friends will look to creating ways of redeeming them as best they can. Now, of course, this is not all our teens are dealing with. A vital part of growing up is learning to move away from the total reliance on your family that they will have had as young children, although the family still remains key to the well-being and grounding of teenagers. But now, as they begin taking steps towards the independence of adulthood, they need to learn to develop the identity of the peer group. Close friends become their lifeblood. Tight bonds with peers hold them together as they journey through the highs and lows of their shared experience in adolescence. But like their key rites of passage, that too has suddenly been whisked away from them. They are now missing out on the countless minor and major bonding, building experiences that they would usually get from day to day just by hanging out. Hopefully you're starting to see why our teens will need to have a bit more time online to maintain those friendships, that connection, those experiences. It's not just a time to slack and do nothing. This is time together and is a valuable element in their growth towards adulthood. Of course, it's unhelpful and actually damaging to spend the whole day attached to their screens. So encouraging your teen to discuss and agree specific times to make those connections, to be creative online, to have those online experiences. Screen is often a typical area of conflict though, so check out my podcast on days 9 and 10 and the support material on www.COFIGHT-19.com. Let's turn our attention to conflict then. That one word sums up for many the experience of life with teens. It can be a challenging time for everyone in the household, with parents frequently finding teenagers difficult, and teenagers frequently finding parents difficult, which invariably leads to standoffs, door slamming, angry words, becoming part of the everyday package. With lockdown, when we are suddenly in enclosed space for extended periods of times, the seeds of conflict will find fertile ground very quickly, and raging tempers will of course be amplified. It's incredibly easy to get caught up in the heat of the moment, to allow petty or serious disagreements to escalate, and frequently we end up losing sight of the point either person was trying to make. So here is where our reflective practice comes into play. Stop, drop and breathe. Doing this in the moment will help you take a step back and try as best you can to stay in adult mode, trying not to personalise their behaviour when they talk back to you, or you have to ask them for the 10th time to do something. Yep, we've all been there. Make sure you get one-to-one time with them, remembering to enter into their world, not expecting them to enter yours. That may well mean watching some horrendous program or video with them that's just not you. If I can watch Ladette to Lady with my 14-year-old daughter many moons ago, you can cope with Love Island. And please hold back from the groaning or tutting or making of cynical comments. That will only spoil it for the child and actually for your connection, and they won't be keen to repeat that experience. Take your daily activity maybe together once or twice a week. Teens find it easier often to talk when they're not face to face. So you could try chatting maybe while you take the walk, or at bedtime, or maybe while you're doing an activity together, such as cooking. While you're spending time together, remember to give them regular feedback, positive feedback, not just picking up on when things are going wrong. Even the smallest things, it's encouraging for them. And this will help them to feel that you're actually on their side. Today we've been laying the foundations of our 2-day focus on teens, reflecting on how their possible thoughts and feelings in this time of COVID-19 will be influencing their actions and yours, which, though not excusing inappropriate behaviour, may help us to be more empathetic and therefore manage ourselves in those volcanic moments when you will definitely need to be practicing stop, drop and breathe. Follow now by asking yourself, what do I need right now? Tomorrow we'll continue these 2 days on supporting teens. Till then, stay well and stay safe.